And plus, we always know my accents suck.
Is that like an elephant in the glass shop, Kevin, in a Chinese restaurant?
Elephant in the glass shop. Is that like the bull in the China shop?
Oh, cold.
When we first started the workout, Jason,
Yeah.
I was pretty sure my workouts were really effective because my heart rate was 90 for the first 8 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heart rate monitor had to be restarted. Let's see if I can. Hold on.
Oops.
I'm trying to get fancy.
I don't even know if mine's working. Let's see.
It is, I can see yours.
Oh yeah, I
That's
can see
it.
it. Yeah. This is where our mouse is helpful.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Yeah, you are.
And it's not even affecting the live stream. Like a real pro. I'm a real boy. Yeah, I think that looks right.
That's good.
Oh, nope. Trim off the right side a little more.
Yeah, a little left. Actually, both sides. We get a little bit. A little bit on the other. There it is.
Too much?
You got it. Yeah, good, good, good. Good. All right, 2 minutes to the first interval. Does Ufer have one of those old school heart rate monitors that utilize that big box over his shoulder? Looks like an oscilloscope or something.
He's getting older. He has to wear an EKG all the time.
All the time. Yeah. Andy's probably really using his oscilloscope right now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
So, here's a funny, nerdy story for you, Andy, regarding oscilloscopes. So I sent you a picture of that tiny oscilloscope / logic analyzer I bought, I think. And I've been using it. And every now and then, I notice the software would tell me, this device is not calibrated. Measurements might not be accurate. So I started digging around on their website, and they basically said, if this happens, we probably have to send you a new one. So I started a support ticket, and there's a new one that should be arriving today or tomorrow. But then I noticed it shows up as calibrated the very first time I plug it into the computer and launch the software. If I close the software and reopen it, it then shows uncalibrated. And every other further launching of the software is the same until I physically remove the device from the computer and reconnect it. First time I launch the software, it always shows calibrated. The other one's not.
Wait. We're
So
talking
I
about
said-
talking about Zwift, right?
No. But yes.
Go
See ya,
ahead.
Kev. So I sent some screenshots of this to the company, and they noticed that when it showed calibrated or uncalibrated, the device was reported with a different serial number. And they look up their calibration files based on serial number. So somehow, it's hard to tell if it's a hardware or software problem, the serial number is getting corrupted, and they think it's miscalibrated.
Ah,
Anyway, they sent that over and they were like, wow, that's a huge clue, thank you. And I replied back, I'm glad to know that my help is saving you money in engineering resources. Wink, wink, wink.
we got an encouraging email from RGT this morning. Hopefully that makes things move a little bit quicker
Yeah.
to today's
Yeah,
plan.
today's plan. Yeah. You mentioned that earlier, but good stuff. Get the channels opened. I'm sure both of them want to integrate with everything, so it's just a matter of time, I think.
Yeah, the funny thing is Sufferfest does, but the other one doesn't.
Well, it's,
Yeah, they're different. But
that's
the
just
same.
because Sufferfest was. So what they need to do is talk to the developers of Sufferfest and port that code into RGT,
Yeah.
since they both work for the same company now. But I'm sure they're drastically different code bases.
Yeah.
Hello, Sport and the knobby tires.
Heck yeah. Oh no.
All right, just over 2 laps to go. So on that device that I was troubleshooting, I got it from them under what they call their hobbyist discount, meaning if you're using it for hobbies and in the next 12 months, you won't be making any money off of the work you do with it, they'll give you a hobbyist discount. But what if I used the device to help them troubleshoot the device and they send me a free device because of it? Does that mean they made money with the device? And therefore no longer qualify for the hobbyist discount?
I'm sure there's some developer that can help you out.
Workflow. Oh geez. Now we've dropped all the bots. Oh wait, no. There's 3 bots of it still.
I'll drop back.
No worries. We just, a lot of times, Rob on purpose tries to drop the bot. And I got confused for a second and thought we had dropped a bunch. You know,
We did got rid of Cloyd.
yeah, Cloyd. Flo says, take that, Cloyd. Have a piece of my interval, Cloyd. Oh. Morning,
So I
Eric.
want you to tell Eric that we're all different. Yeah.
We were using, we are using RGT audio. That's why you're probably wondering why none of us responded to you.
Yeah, figured that was it.
No worries. We can. Actually, I think Rob's. How much longer you got, Rob? You staying the whole time, or you off choosing?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to make it to the end.
Okay.
Nice.
I didn't have a meeting at the top of the hour, but I also didn't bring my phone, so I have an excuse.
Okay, so I'm just gonna mute. Go here. So I can. So you can mute me on RGT,
Oh,
and then you'll only hear me on Discord.
we could do individual people.
Or you can leave. Yes.
Oh,
Go to voice. Click on the number of riders next to the channel, and then there's a mute next to each of their names.
oh,
So this way,
gotcha. I see it.
Rob will get half the conversation. He'll just miss on what Eric's saying.
Yeah, I got it.
I won't say anything interesting. Except I just started riding in Zwift and realized I still have the TT bike on from our race on Tuesday.
Oh. I bet you I'm in the same boat.
I gotta start that over. I hate this stupid Zwift menus.
Well, it's hitting it hard. Doing good, Owen.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Will. So in the second round, he went and was productive, or had lunch for a while, and now must be back.
Oh, here it is. There we go.
I mean, no one can legitimately say good afternoon, and it's actually afternoon.
True. Nice. Law and
Had
Order.
lunch while watching Law and Order. You mean you didn't want to watch ODZ Twitch while having lunch? Jeez. What kind of fan are you, Owen?
Weird. Wags could act out some Law and Order for you, I'm sure.
Don't.
Yep.
You, Mr. Bot, we sentence you to losing our draft. throwing wags is Jack McCoy. I don't even know who Jack
Goal
McCoy is.
today, you guys are trying to drop the bots.
It's Rob's goal every day. It's not very hard in the wagon when they're pacers and the highest ones are 2.7 watts a kilo. So, but we still pat ourselves on the back about it.
Nice.
There's a gap. Surge now. Surge now. He won't make it back in. But yesterday in Bussy's ride, the highest bots were
3 something.
3.8,
Yeah.
and
Not sure
they were
why.
getting caught in sticky draft. And he lapped people. So we ended up dropping the last bot on the last lap.
Nice.
It's just because if any sort of gap opens, they're not going to surge to close it because they're not racer bots. So
They're not doing that. Yeah.
So if you have anybody else to draft off of, and you can average anywhere near their wattage, it's game over. As if it were a game in the first place. I guess they're pacer bots because they're not in the game, but I
It
mean,
is a game. What are you talking about?
it's all a game. It's always a race and all a game.
Yeah. There we go.
The first bike race happened as soon as the second bike was invented. Second bike built, I would say.
True.
That's a fact.
All right, Delmer. Pull us on home, Delmer. I think I had one yesterday named Beaufort. It sounded like Ebola. It was Bola. It was Bola, and Bussy thought I was saying Ebola.
Of course. Of course he did.
But it was like Beauloh. Bolo? Bolo? I don't know. Bola? Maybe it's LAH, I forget.
I'm sure we're offending somewhere. Someone somewhere.
As always, their job. Once you get here, Roofer, you can't have his wheel. I have it. You have to fight me for it. Throwing elbows. I guess you could take my wheel. Rob just looked back and said, "Hey kids, shut up and hold on."
Are you talking about lions?
Lions, yeah.
Yeah, we're drafting lions. He just surged on the whole 0.5% incline we have here in Borrego Springs and dropped the box.
Nice.
Pretty awesome. Drafting Rob at like 2 watts a kilo under his. Just staying right on his wheel.
Sounds like real life.
Yeah, it does.
Right? This is where I say to him, "All right, show me what you got.
See what you got.
Let's see what you got." Make sure I don't get caught behind these other bots that were kind of sweet.
Big gap.
So yesterday at work, my boss had us do like 3-minute TED Talks to
Oh.
get to know each other.
Nice.
Teach the team something, tell them about yourself, whatever.
Were you allowed to use
And you held it to
ChatGPT?
3 minutes?
Well, I held it to 3 minutes and 46 seconds.
Oh,
You know how I know the duration exactly?
tell us.
Because you knew you were cheating?
Because that's the length of the Zwift Team World's finished sprint video.
Oh, man. Did you just get laid off again? I think I just heard it in the background.
It was titled "How to Win a Sprint Finish in a Virtual Bike Race." Oh man.
Awesome.
But I had this weird issue where, so, you know, in Windows, there's a difference between headphones and headset for your,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
your Bluetooth headset.
Yep.
So, headphones is better listening quality,
Yep.
but anytime you use a microphone, you have to use headset.
Huh.
And in order to
Yeah.
have Teams capture your local computer audio and send it, your system output
has to be
the same. So, yeah. So it wasn't working. I think the trick would be use the microphone off of my camera. Don't use the microphone on my headset.
Yeah.
And then I can capture system audio.
Well, plus you're screaming so loud in that clip, you're probably blasting all of their headphones out. And all the audio was clipping anyway.
Yeah, I would have no idea what the relative audio levels were, so it probably was better that I talked through it without that audio going on.
Yep.
But I did send him a link and I said, when you hear the banter on the team radio while it's going on, it adds a whole nother dimension. So when you're bored and have nothing else to do, you can go watch it later. And I'm sure they haven't seen it.
AKA right after
Sure, they
this.
all took you up on that. Yeah.
Oh, it says I got something very wrong when I set up the moment like that. I can seem to only get either game sounds or Discord. Yeah, Windows is really weird. If you're using Bluetooth audio, headset allows the microphone and you to hear at the same time, but headphones only allows you to listen. You can't capture your microphone, and if multiple apps or systems are pointing at different versions of that, it won't work. Generally speaking, I never have it set to headset because I just want to listen to cool music all day in good quality. But then it's convenient to have the microphone on my headphones so I can walk around and still talk. But first world problems.
Yep.
The audio is so much better though, right?
Oh, when you're in headphones mode versus headset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way better.
It's noticeable.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've even, depending on the computer, I'll just uninstall the headset driver
That's
if
exactly
I
what I
never
do.
want to use that microphone.
That's what I do.
Like what you do on the tracks. You do not ever want to use that microphone for anything.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the key
And
one.
you use your Yeti. Probably just need to change my Teams setup for work to use the microphone on my camera. It's not a Yeti, but it's the Insta360 Link, that fancy camera on a gimbal
Yeah.
with
I saw a video of that thing. Looks pretty fancy. Yep.
Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, and there is a setting that I use. Oh, I'm not on the stream. On my personal. Come on.
You
One
say
more.
TeamSpeak? Are you really using TeamSpeak, or do you mean Teams?
Teams, probably.
TeamSpeak is like
Yeah.
free Discord,
Where's
right?
that? What are you talking about?
Forward pass.
I still remember watching Chris Haskell's video on how to get TeamSpeak set up and showing up the next day and being like, oh my gosh, it's Chris Haskell! I saw your video, bro! That's how I got here. Oh, he does mean TeamSpeak. One of the games he plays still uses that for the ability to assign roles to private rooms much better.
Oh, wow.
Nice. All right. Flo, are you on your channel? Are you going to be on for a bit?
I am. Yeah, send him over. Send him over.
Yay, no bots.
Send them over.
All right, folks.
Alrighty, nice ride as always. See you next
Hey,
week.
Rob, thanks for joining us. See you next week. All righty. Thanks everyone for joining us. Get this raid going for Jason. And Facebook and YouTube, you're going to get the outro scene as my headphones are telling me charge me, which means at some point that's going to drop below an hour and I'm going to have to buy new headphones, but not until then. We're going to drain this battery to the ground. All right, folks, we're out of here. Have a good one.
Hey, let's do it.
Okay, I'm off. I'm gonna try to reinstall all the apps that the reset removed from my PC.
Yay. Have a good one, Nufer.
Reset everything? Did you reformat?
Well, yeah, I had a problem with Windows Update, so I thought it was just reinstall Windows and everything would be, but it removes all the apps. It's not a big deal. It gives you a list of the apps it removes at least. So
You straight took Windows in the back and shot it in the head with a shotgun.
That's
yeah, that
what
would
it
be
is.
nice.
Sounds like not a big deal, but I don't like that deal. I got too much crap going on here.
Hard pass.
That's a half a day of figuring stuff out.
So I actually am like 2 major versions behind on OBS, just because I'm pretty sure when version 28 came out, there was something non-backwards compatible with plugins, and I haven't had the time to take the risk to see if
It breaks a few. Yep. Depending on which plugins you got. I remember it broke a few of mine. I think it was older ones that I wasn't using though. But you've got more going on than I do, so.
What's up?
Anyway, that's well. One of these days I'll bite the bullet, and I know Jason even there was like some plugin to help you manage your plugins.
Yep. Yeah. That's what it was.
Plug in for all the plugins.
Well, no.
Exactly.
I think it's actually built into OBS. It tells you which plugins you need to get. Andy Lawton can take you through it when you're ready.
I'll be ready sometime. I'm sure I'll be sending a message.
Oh man. One more set. Well, welcome
So,
everybody.
so don't tell anybody, but when I stream RGT, I keep the ride-on counter from the last time I rode Zwift static, just because the thumb with some number in it looks better than a thumb with no number.
Don't tell anybody except you're broadcasting on Jason and TeamODZ
Exactly.
live.
Exactly. Keep it a secret,
Don't tell anyone.
because it really matters.
Yeah, they're calling you an expert, Andy.
The sauce has a ride-on counter built into it, but it doesn't integrate with your fancy thumb.
No. All I gotta say is John Moore was several years ahead of his time.
Oh yes, he was.
Of course.
Man, what's that guy? What's John doing these days?
Playing hockey with his kid.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Andy, they were saying you're the plugin master. That's what it was. Oh man, 30
I
seconds.
heard
till
my
that's it.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point, Andy, when I decided to upgrade off of, I think I'm on OBS 27, and 28 has some plug-in incompatibility issues, and I just, rather than deal with it, I've just been delaying it, so I'm sure I'll Google it and figure it out, just time.
Just upgrade and it will yell at you and tell you which plugins don't work.
That's
That's what I did.
Sure. So, that's probably safe.
Although I
Did
think
see
it was
they've
just
got-
like an old virtual camera one or something.
Virtual
That's what
game.
it didn't like about mine. Since virtual
Andy
camera
says
doesn't do it
uninstall
now.
all plugins before you upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna
There you go.
Well, no, it's just plugins for OBS. Not.
I know, but I don't even know. I've installed so many, and it's like I can never remember which ones. I got like fancy shaders and rainbow
There's not like a
shaders
list
and-
anywhere. You have to go to that folder and just find all of the plugin files.
Yeah.
If our plugin folder is anything like our family, there's 80% of those that we're not using, and they're just sitting in the folder.
Although I did upgrade. I switched computers that I run OBS on under a year ago. So that would have meant that I would have had to
Probably
install
good.
any plugins that I was using on the other one to try to get parity. So I might be okay. So
Here we go.
one of the electronic soldering projects I got for my oldest son to work on is like this little night light that has an infrared receiver on it.
Nice.
So that if you press any button on any infrared remote, it'll toggle the light on and off.
Ah,
So they had two in their room. He had built two, one for him and his brother. And then they realized that, like, I was like, first of all, you can't just steal any remote. Like,
They
it has to
can
be a remote
control
we're
it.
not using. Yeah, I was like, you can't. These remotes are off limits. Go find other ones. First of all. Second of all, like he would point at the one of them, but the infrared would like bounce off the walls and like
Yep.
hit the other one as well. So then they were putting electrical tape on the nose of their remotes to try to like focus the beam.
oh wow. Nice.
That's awesome.
And it worked. It worked.
Tell me that you're Justin's kid without telling me you're Justin's kid.
Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. Taking remotes from each other.
But any remote works with any light. So it doesn't matter. It's like it's this brain, like here's how they built the light toggler. They control the lights on and off with a counter chip.
Oh wow.
It just counts 1 to 0. And the clock that they drive the counter chip with is this, it's a line that either gets pulled low by the infrared sensing any activity, or if you push a button, they're like literally on the same wire. So any infrared activity that it senses basically causes a negative and then positive transition on this clock line that causes the lights to toggle. Because it's just
So when-
counting 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1.
So when does Justin install a remote infrared that he could just turn on and off in the middle of the night? Freaking everyone out.
An infrared blaster in a room
Yeah.
that just
Yeah. Yeah.
activates everything.
Yeah.
All you have to do is hold down one of the buttons on the remote, and depending on their repeat, you can get the light to flash like epilepsy mode.
Wow.
Because it's flicking on and off so fast.
Exactly.
That's a future event, yes.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Have a
Later.
great day.
Hey,
See
we
ya.
just joined. We just came over from TeamODZ live. Thanks to Justin for passing the stream. We're here at Dirty River. Threshold workouts. Over under 12 minutes.
Ooh, over under threshold?
Yep. Getting it. There's the block. Nothing close to your guys' FTP, but getting it work. Getting it work.
Oh, mine's finally started moving. I did some hard sweet spot yesterday with bursts and was feeling so good, extended it to 60 minutes to sweet spot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
That's when you know. That's when you know. Two more.
I think Charisse did threshold yesterday too. I think I saw 2x20s in there.
Watch out.
I was off the bike so much in 2022 that I've had like, oh, what is it, 60 watts of FTP gains in the last 3 months.
Oh wow.
But that's all the, I'm past all the easy stuff now. All
Yeah.
the low-lying fruit. Now, it takes work to move it. That first bit, especially after you've been off, just takes consistency. Just
Yeah.
takes riding
Yeah.
to get all that stuff back.
Come on. Up, up, up.
Ooh, that does look over. What's your FTP set at?
286.
Dang.
That's a little bit, but the other one's low.
315,
Watch. Hold on.
spicy.
It'll come down. They're only a minute. The low is what, 260?
Okay.
There it is. Oh god. Oh Nelly. Come on. That's fine.
Nice.
What?
You got this.
Good morning, Rylan. Morning. Thanks for joining in. Got Eric here, Owen's up there.
Ooh, times have changed. Remember Ryland's view from the baby cam. Uh-oh, he's awake. Now he joins the stream.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
Come on. Ah. Alright. ERG.
Are you running those in ERG?
No. So I do the work intervals off ERG so I can create that torque. And then recovery intervals I'll run in ERG. That way I don't go over under. Get the recovery.
That's exactly what I did on my sweet spot yesterday.
Yeah.
Because the sweet spot had these 5-second bursts every 2 minutes too.
Yeah.
But once you find the right gear,
Yeah.
I think it's easier to not be in ERG. Just lock it in.
Yeah.
But I did the exact same thing when I hit the recoveries. Push the button,
Yep.
release everything. Oh, I joined one of these pace partners and I got too excited up that climb and beat it. I gotta wait.
Which bot are you liking right now? Like what pace?
It just depends on the day, like what I'm trying to do. I joined Yumi today, I think it is. The sheet says 2.8 when you join it, and then right when I joined, of course Yumi says, "Hey everyone, join me. I'm averaging 2.9." I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
2.9. And then going up that climb, he was actually doing 3.2.
Yeah.
So apparently they still move around a little bit, and they don't quite have it dialed on their the welcome sheet should show what they're averaging at least.
Right.
Because he texted a different number than it shows on the sign up, but not that it matters too much. But I was just kind of trying to emulate sort of what the wagon was like. That's high endurance for me.
Yep.
Barely endurance. So I'll wait up for him here, him, her, I don't know who Yumi is. And then I'm kind of pushing the climbs just to add some more sweet spot in there.
Yeah, we're looking at 6:35 here, Island. Almost done.
It kind of depends if you're doing one of these pace partners what the route is too, because it's very different if you have something with a few climbs. I'm doing the big foothills.
Yeah.
So it does like volcano climb and pick up over Titans. So it's got a few rollers in there, big ones. Yeah.
And the problem I was having is my trainer was dropping every interval. I moved it closer, like right on top of the sensor, but it's just silly that I had to do that for one app, but all the other ones, they could be anywhere.
That's just happening in Zwift?
Only in Zwift. It happened before, and what turned me off, and then you get dropped, and then you have to like sprint.
Yeah,
it's getting better, I guess.
Yeah, that
but it's
sucks.
just silly that I got to run an extender all the way to my cassette, you know?
Yeah, it is. Well, that's exactly my theory, actually. So when Wahoo came out with their kicker, the newer ones can do hardwired.
Right.
Every app, Grain Road, RGT, every app integrated the hardwired functionality like nearly immediately within a month or two. Except Zwift.
Yeah.
And that's exactly my theory, is they probably plugged the thing in and were like, we're still getting dropouts. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Guarantee that was it.
Yeah.
They got something else going on that breaks that too easily.
Oh, I gotta measure one more office, but I think I'll be able to get away with something like a 45 or a 50 with good resolution and good wow factor in the exam rooms off that little chart you sent me.
Nice. I imagine that your exam rooms aren't very big, yeah.
No. I'm sure they're about the same size as yours, that you see about 10 feet long. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
6 or 8 feet wide. That's it.
I'm usually running that calculator on like a 40 or 50 foot wide room.
Yeah. I just think it'd be a nice, because we had not added any more technology. There's only so much technology I can add to the exam, but the wow factor of throwing something big up.
That'll look cool, especially if you're showing them something.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Plus, that size of TV is crazy cheap.
Yeah, I just started shopping. Right now, we're getting all the alarm systems updated so that they're all on the same virtual channel all the partners can see who's coming in and out, and the managers can
Cool.
arm and disarm and stuff. So that's helpful.
So,
Then-
so do you use like a access control system with some cards
Yeah.
or something you swipe to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that. Yeah, and then
Yeah, our last two theaters, we went that way. It's expensive upgrade, but man, it is so nice.
it is.
I just
then,
unlocked.
What are you locked
The
into?
manager locked her keys or her card or everything, I guess, in the safe room the other night. She calls me, I pull it up on my phone, pop the safe room door open in 2 seconds. She's like, whoa, that was nice.
Yeah. And then on the back burner is cameras, and Justin's helping me with
Nice.
that. So I
Nice.
just want, it's because we grew so much over the last 5 years that everything's fragmented. Like this system's here and over there. So like you can't, I want to see everything. Like I want to push a button. I want to see all the offices, all the cameras, one shot.
How many cameras you gonna do?
It's gonna, right now it's 15 between 3 places. They're not that big. My satellite offices are only 1,200, and my big office is 3,500 square feet, so it's not a big amount of space. Yeah, yeah.
So you're doing all
NVR
network
stuff.
IP cameras? Yep, NVR
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. I had to learn a lot.
What time is it?
7:30.
Oh, I thought it was like a joke.
Yeah.
What time is it?
No. She's wondering if she should go to school yet. Nope. Yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah, we've got a big NVR
Yeah.
at our last 2 theaters as well. It's pretty nice. Got a big 64 camera one
Yeah, we run.
with I think 12 terabytes I've got in that thing.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
It's a monster, though. I had to. Well, you can shoot that up. I mean, you got to be careful on how you got all those cameras set.
right.
You've
Continuous
got, all the new
events.
cameras. They're fancy 4K and everything. You got to turn all that stuff down, or you'll fill up a lot faster than you even think.
Yeah,
Plus, the network traffic is just bonkers.
yeah.
So I've got just a separate network just for all the video cams
Nice.
that does power over Ethernet for each of the cameras.
Nice.
So they're
Yep.
easy to set up and
Yep. Plug and go. What was the other thing?
yep.
Q4, we hired a virtual staff. So she's just on Slack, and she takes on 40% of incoming calls that are like non-patient facing, like, oh yeah, I'm coming in tomorrow. What's your address? Are you open? Are my glasses ready? She takes all those. She takes all those calls.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you'll walk around the office and unheard of, phone is not ringing. And the day I turned it on, I remember someone sent me a Slack channel and goes, "Hey, Dr. Flores, are the phones working for you?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're on, everything's working." She goes, "They're not ringing." And I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. Be afraid. Very afraid.
So it should be.
That person is getting paid less than you and doing more than you. Be very afraid."
That's awesome. Yep.
So it's fun because I'll walk around and somebody will be in a Slack huddle with that person, just like asking questions, and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. People using the technology." I got cameras for everyone.
Oh,
It's good.
that is cool.
Yeah, I encourage everybody to, like, if you have a question that's more than a couple sentences, like, get on the camera so she feels like she's here, you know, like with you. So
Yeah.
they're getting better at it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a cool idea, actually. We
got
hardly
it.
ever use huddles.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, we have meetings. We have Zoom meetings a lot. Well, not a lot, but way more than before the pandemic, which is pretty convenient because half the time I'm at home or But the huddles would be nice too.
Yeah, they're just
We've
quick
got a
ones.
real mix of kind of a few old people in the office and younger, and I mean we've been using Slack for
Yeah.
gosh 8 years now, and it's like there's a couple that still can't figure it out, but
Yeah.
or they can't figure out, where's all those messages? Somebody tagged me in.
Rylan is all about the Rickroll right now.
Gosh. We just got Rick rolled.
I lost connection. Oh man. What happened? Lost something.
Brandon goes to school at 8, huh? Oh, maybe you just lost audio.
Gotta change. Did I miss? Oh man, it's terrible. Right. Gotta move this back. Yep. See. There. Oh, lost Bluetooth. Oh.
Lose you for a bit?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I switched off my fan and then I lost Bluetooth. I was saying that Ryland's all about the Rickroll right now.
Yeah, we just got Rick rolled.
Okay, I think we're good. All right, for those on the live stream, let me see what we've got going on Twitch. I'm seeing see what's happening and see who's streaming. Ah, yes, Power Karma, good guy. I think I could raid from OBS if I remember. See if it'll do it automatically. Yeah, the other day I was with
I'm out of the
Owen.
loop.
Yeah, I was with Owen, and he said, "Oh, I just got the thing. You just have to let it time out on its own, and then it goes."
Cool.
Let's see. Pull him up. Oh man, 503. Watch out.
Dude, what is this guy doing?
Looks like some sort of test. Oh, so it must be a sprint.
Not a ramp though.
No, what is it? Huh. Is that a magnetic trainer? Oh no, that's an old fluid.
It's an old school, like, just a fluid or something, yeah.
Huh. All right, YouTube, you're headed to the outro. Twitch, we're headed to Power Karma, and we're gonna figure out what all this madness that he's doing.